Hello? 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 Yeah, I think I fixed it. Hello? Yeah, I think I fixed it. Hello? Yeah, I think I fixed it. Let me just mute that so I don't get echoed. Okay. I think we're good now. You guys are back. Let me know if it works. Please let me know if it works. We good? Okay. Because every time I try to do this, something goes wrong, and I I have no idea what I'm doing. But hopefully it works now. But all right, let's get into it. So as I was saying, welcome back to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited for this one because not only one of my favorite bands released new music this year, two of my favorite bands released some new music, ladies and gentlemen. And we're talking about Wage War and Amity Affliction. They just dropped some heaters, ladies and gentlemen. Some heaters, let me just say, because it's been a long time since we've heard some Wage War, actually, because I was not expecting them to drop out some new music, this year rather. I know it's been a while since their last album. I believe it was Stigma was the last one I reacted to. And not gonna lie, I haven't really gone back and checked out that album since I've done my live action review on that one about 2 years ago or so, maybe three now. Actually, I don't know. I quite don't really remember, but don't know. I didn't really go back and check into that one, but they've been changing their sound dramatically over the past couple years. They've been going heavier. It seems like they've been going more darker, more grittier like that. Don't get me wrong. They've been doing a lot of changes over the past albums. They've done some poppy stuff. They've done some modern metalcore stuff, but they've been going in the deeper route. They've been going deeper tone, more industrial sounding, like more gritty, more like intense beat down stuff, like in your face type of energy, man. And I like that. I like that, man. Getting some little borderline, knock loose energy, especially with some of this, the previous single we reacted to this one. So I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited. It's only an EP though, so it's only about like five so tracks on this EP. So I want to know some answers on that. What's the deal with that? How come they're only coming out with an EP? How come they're not doing like a fully fledged album? Because I thought EP only reserved for like newer age bands, like first like up and coming like artists and stuff like that, just starting out, like releasing some music and stuff like that. So what's with the EP? So I never really understood why bands just come out with EP, especially if they've done albums in the past. So if you guys have any like knowledge on that, be sure to let me know. Or maybe they didn't have enough time to create a fully fledged albums, to with 12 or so tracks. So maybe they just had five, label it as an EP. So I don't know what's the line, the borderline calling an album versus an EP. I'm not too sure on the knowledge on that, but maybe that is the reason why they only have five tracks, which is why they only release this new EP. Or maybe they're testing the waters. Maybe they're testing out this new sound, new tone. Maybe they only came out with a couple of tracks. Maybe they're trying to see the fan reaction is on this one. I don't know, but I'm super excited, ladies and gentlemen. First off, we're gonna start off with the Wage War EP. Then we're gonna get into the Amity Affliction. Because I'm also excited about that, but I'll get to that one a bit later. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited. I'm super hyped. I just realized I was streaming my own stream this entire time. I'm sorry about that. You're watching me twice, on this one, so get you a little bit more of me. But here we go. I just had that up just to make sure I was everything working properly. Here it is, the Wage War EP, Song of the Swamp. Now, I've already reacted to this one previously when they first announced it, when I first dropped it. So I do know this one, but the other ones are very going to be new to me. But this one definitely surprised me nonetheless, man. I was super excited when these guys are coming. Like I said, wasn't expecting them to come out with a new one this year, or at all, or anything rather this year. But that's the beauty of metal, man. The metal bands, you never know who's gonna come out with some new stuff. You never know what your next favorite band got some next. But yeah, man, I'm super excited. Don't forget about the new BV song. No, I know about that one. I know they just dropped another new one, so I'm probably gonna do like some videos for that one maybe tomorrow or like in the next couple of days. But I'm super excited for that album, man. That one, that one drops as well because we're gonna do the live stream. That one, yeah, I'm super excited for that as well, man. Creating a full length album is one hell of a big task. So maybe 5 songs. Wanted them get them out. I can see that. I can see it. Like I said, maybe they only had 5 tracks to put out at the time. Maybe they didn't really have time to do a fully fledged album, or maybe and they're just putting this one out first, or maybe like a 2-part kind of thing. I don't know, but I'm super excited, man. Like I said, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wage Wars, Song of the Swamp, off the new Call Me By My Name. Let's get it. I'm hyped. I'm excited. Be sure to strap in for this one because this one definitely brings in that knock loose type energy that they're going for, that beat down style energy. So this one, I have a fair warning. Be sure to strap in. Let those headphones ring out. Turn up the volume. Let me know if the song is a little bit too loud too, because I can turn it down a little. I don't want to be loud where you can't hear me also as well. But Wage Wars, newest track. Song. Go, boys! Hit me with that new tone! Oh, dirty, man. Go, boys! Those high screams in! Go, boys, you call me! Call me to listen to those bangers! I love this new energy, man. Just makes you want to break some shit. Bring those aliens! ET's coming in! So muddy! So angry! Oh man, they just know how to piss their pants off. In a good way. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
They eat anything they can overpower.
Bring it in. It's so simple, but hits so hard. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it, ladies. What an introduction to a new EP. It definitely shows their more aggressive side, their more intense side, man. But also has that, newer age newer, era them as well, because they've done heavy songs. Don't get me wrong, they've done a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of down tuned riffs, a lot. But I don't know, this one just feels more like modern. It feels more intense, more aggression, like more in your face, kind of like screaming. And that makes. But either way, man, definitely copying. I wouldn't say copying, but I feel like a lot of bands are going into this more like knocked loosey, beat down sort of energy, down sort of tone, that just to make songs heavier as they possibly can be, it seems like. But I feel like these guys haven't really gone that sort of tone, that sort of route before, so it is a new thing for them. So I'm definitely super excited to see what this new EP has to bring and what new stuff you guys might have planned. Either way, man, what a slapper, what a banger. Super excited to check. Like I said, man, definitely has that knock loose vibe to it. Definitely has that energy, and I'm just super excited, man. Definitely, they like to do those triplet style breakdowns. Like, it's so simple, but it just hits so hard. It's so aggressive. Like, they've done that sort of pattern before, especially the last album with their like going it towards, ever since their like their manic album. They've been doing this sort of a heavier, more um, industrial kind of tone to them, it seems like. But they definitely love their breakdowns. It's so simple, but hits so hard, man. Like I said, I've said this time and time again. Simple is best. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't have to make some crazy, riff solo, technological, advanced, scientific, rocket science, type breakdown. Just add the trippies, the blast beats. Just add, the double bass. That's all you need. That's all you need, man. A simple, hard hitting triplet style breakdown, hard every single time, guaranteed. They've done it before, but every time they do it, it just hits so hard, and I love it. Definitely love it. But we're gonna keep it going here. When I first heard this one, I was like, oh, Cody didn't. We didn't see the Cody, the iconic Cody cleans from my boy. We didn't get that. Get any of that. So I wonder if they're not gonna do any cleans on this EP. I wonder if Cody is just gonna stay in the back down. Let Breton. I believe that's his name. I forgot his name, but maybe he's just gonna be at the forefront of this EP. Just get that aggression out, get that new tone that they're going for. Or who knows, Cody might be sneak in some little secret surprises, here and there. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. He has to bring. So let's get it. Yeah, was that too loud, by the way? I don't know if that was too loud. Because I don't know. Sometimes a song can be like really loud. I tried to, up a little bit, just not too loud so you can hear what I'm saying. But I don't want the song to be too quiet, there as well. So we're gonna keep it going here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second track off the new Rage War 4x4. Get those grooves in. Are you sick? Are you twisted? Are you dead inside? Oh, tell us! Tell me, boys! Still tuned there, boys! Break that whammy! So punchy! Oh, I love how punchy it is. go, boys! Oh, man. Oh, there's those creepy rap vocals. I like doing those too. Definitely works though. It makes it sound more creepy. Ooh, what two stepping? Man, they love those down two chugs, let me just say. Oh, man. I like those witchy screams, too. Oh, man, I don't know what he's saying, but, oh, I like that. I like that, man. It's like very, like, you know, culty, chanty in a way, you know, like just saying, you know, chanting out like a certain vocal, a certain word throughout the song. Like, it's very catchy, man. I don't know what he's saying though, but you know, it got me intrigued. Definitely got me intrigued. We got a lot of different stuff on this one though. Very jumpy, very punchy, very intense. Like I said, man, I like their groovy riffs, man. Don't get me wrong, they've been doing groovy riffs ever since I found out these guys are band, you know, probably like a decade or so ago by now. But I love their riffs, man. They're so jumpy, catchy, so groovy, man. Can't help but you know move around. Can't help but like dance, you know. Throw your fists in the air, you know, you know, throwing cartwheels in the pit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't, you just cannot, you know, get up and just start swinging your fist. But I like that one though. I like that one. Very short, a little bit short for my taste, but you know, I felt like they could have gone a little bit longer. You know, just you know, do like amplified the breakdown a little bit more, and maybe done the chorus maybe one more time coming around. But I like that one though. Definitely like that, man. Let me just say, these guys can't go without their whammy. They probably you know need that thing. If they don't have the whammy, you know, they probably can't even make music because they love their down tunes riffs. They love tuning it down as far as they can go without letting it sound like you know mud at that point, dirt. I would say dirt core. I would say you can't even hear what the guitar is sounding like, but they find that sweet spot. They find that right tone, that right octave, so low, but you know, just sounds so crisp, so dirty, so heavy. And I love that, man. Definitely love that. I have one too. It's down there. You can't see it, but I do have it. I do have one though, so it's very fun to play around with. I like these guys love it. You know, it's very you know fun. You know, kind of heavy hitting sounds or deep I come up with. Very fun to play around with. See why they're a fan of the whammy, but either way, probably my favorite one so far. You know, I know we're only two songs in, but I like that one. It's very catchy, like I said, very aggressive, very jumpy, very punchy. I like that. So it makes me question even more if we're gonna get Cody in some of these cleans here. I don't know if we're gonna get some of that. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait. But my man here, my man friend Breton, I believe you know he's been doing a lot of new stuff with his voice. I've doing a lot more in the high screams. You know, he's very you know iconic with those like witchy kind of fry kind of that he does. When especially when they do the layering sort of stuff. You know, very amplifies that raspy voice even more. I like that. But he's doing a lot more kind of like I don't know how you would say, but like I said, the chanty kind of vocals, you know, the one-liners, very he's doing some weird kind of noises. I would say I don't know if they're words or vocals, but he's doing some sort of like you know sounds with his vocals throughout the song, which is very different. I'd like to see some. Like I said, man, it kind of reminds me of like you know what you know Jamie does when some of their now from a day to remember when some of their newest tracks off the newest record, the big old Volume 1 record that he's doing like some sort of like oohs and ahs. I would say you know just sounds to like you know just like ad libs. I would say throughout the track, so I can definitely see that kind of reminiscent of them because they are kind of you know close together and friends. I would say they kind of like you know, rub off on each other from time to time, especially on the vocal. But so far so good, ladies and gentlemen. Liking this new tone, Liking this new heavy groove section we're getting in here. We're gonna keep it going. This is the third one off the new EP right here. This was that Blindfold. The Blindfold. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube here. I keep having to press the page. But like I said, so far so good. Is the audio doing okay? Hopefully we're doing okay, because I don't want to run this back and say like, oh, it got screwed up midway. That would definitely suck. But we got to keep it going here. Wage Wars, third track off the new EP. Blindfold.
I could find you with two hands over my eyes.
Doing some cleans?
Something binds you,
Fighting with the cleans.
a demon or the divine.
Don't tell me he's taking Cody's place now.
Runs, but it's ice cold. I'm frozen to the touch. So
I like me some Cody cleans.
I don't wanna know too much. You drag me through the glass just to pour salt in the cuts. So what's left to love? Into the dark.
There he is. There's my boy Cody.
Never set me free.
Ooh. No falsetto action. Goes down two whiffs.
Blood runs, but it's ice cold. I'm frozen to the touch. So tie me in a blindfold. I don't wanna know too much. You drag me through the glass just to pour salt in the cuts. So what's left to love?
Go boys, hit me.
To the dark, I fall sick with sorrow.
Woo.
Shaped hollow. Keep your hooks in me. Never set me free.
Ooh. Make those screws again.
Into the dark, I fall sick with
I like this one. Clean, but has like a dark, undertone. Wrapping it up. Of those dropouts. Ooh, okay. The alternative chorus. Woo! Party with those screams. Oh, there it is. I was kind of hoping they would play it out with the riff there. I'm glad they did that. I wasn't expecting a, alternative, chorus at the end there. Kind of like, playing it out a little bit more. I wasn't expecting that, but okay, I like that one. I like that, man. We got some Cody cleans. Yes, got some Cody cleans. Wasn't expecting, the other guy to do some cleans as well, but that was actually, kind of interesting. That was like a cool contrast, because he kind of has like a lower tone voice to him. It's a lot more raspy, a lot more, I would say mixed well with hot Cody, higher register cleans as well. I feel like they harmonize each other. I'm super excited, man. Super excited, man. Like, you can't deny, man. Cody's a beast. Cody, the mastermind. I still don't understand how vocalists can play and sing at the same time. It's just an anomaly to me. I don't know. I'm sure it's very complicated, I would say, but they just make it look so easy. I'm sure they've been doing it for years, but I could probably out myself. But either way, Cody just has that iconic voice to him, iconic clean, iconic sound, so much clay, so much, just like essence voice. Very distinct. It's very unique. I would say no one else sounds like him. I just couldn't imagine, hearing this guy's voice crack, because it just sounds so clean. It's so pure. I would say, just I don't know how he manages to keep his voice, so well in tune with his voice. I would say, 'cause when I can't sing, when I don't sing for a day, my voice gets shot. I have to sing like constantly every single day to keep my voice, as strong as I can possibly be. So if I go, a week or two without singing, I just can't sing for the life of me. But so I don't know how this guy does it, but it just sounds so clean, so clear every single. But we got some grooves though. We got some definitely grooves. I can definitely see some reminiscence of sort of like Sleep Token in a way. I would say, especially on the rhythm side of things, especially on the guitar playing style, because it's very groovy, very moody. I would say not really intense, heavy. It's heavy sounding, but it's very heavy in like a different way. Like similar to Sleep Token, they love those groovy style riffs. They love those like drop out, they do over there. Very reminiscent play style. Not really much their singing, because their singing is a lot more poppy, but play style I can definitely see taking some from them. But either way, man, I love those groovy riff play styles. I love those like moody, those dark tones that this song had. It had a very moody, it felt kind of happier, especially on the chorus side of things. But I like that, man. I like me some clean choruses, but mixed with that underloading, deeper kind of like atmosphere. Going for on this one. I like that, man. I like that, man. Like I said, wasn't expecting, the two-part chorus in there as well, kind of amplifying it up a little bit. And we got some Cody screams, I think. I think we saw some, a little snippet, a little clip there of Cody doing some screams in there. Very new. I know he does it at the live shows. I never really saw him do it on like a record, I would say. Maybe I have. I just doing them. But like I said, man, very interesting. Like this one yet again. So far, they've been trying a lot of new stuff. I would say very new, different style play style, a little different style vocals here and there from the two of the singers here. I'm excited. I can get behind this. Definitely get behind this. But we still got 2 more tracks. Go, ladies and gentlemen. No, some more surprises are coming our way, but let's get it. I like that one. Definitely like that one. We're gonna keep it going here. This is the next one off the new Wage War record. Karma. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of this album too, or this EP. Or what your guys' thoughts in the you guys are fans of them. You guys know their older albums as well, and what you guys like about them. Be sure to let me know. I'm not the one only talking to myself here at this, but either way, even though I like these guys, no matter what. But we're gonna keep it going here. Wage War, Karma. They had a Karma song before. I thought they did. Oh, there's that meaty bass. Like they're trying out that Bad Omens vibe. One of that cyberpunk energy. Dig yourself a grave and make your path. Okay, let's go, Cody. Love that muddy tone. Oh, let's go, boys. Got so many vocal styles. Victory, Brendan. The bends! Oh man, these guys are surprising me with everything. Chorus 2.0. Oh, boys. You guys have been dirty so far. I already know we're gonna get more dirty. Go, boys. Fill me in. Ooh. What is this? Like a riffage breakdown. Boys, what was that? What was that? What was that little blast beat action at the end there? What was that? Oh man, just feel get a little bit. It's that last little bit of aggression there to push out there at the end there. Okay, okay, boys, I see you. I definitely see you. What a slapper! What a different one for that one. Like I said, very different, muddy, very punchy in your face, like I said. But it's very different sounding to them. Like I said, they don't really do their like electronics that much. They don't really do like any synth work, I would say. But this one's very Bad Omens, very reminiscent of Bad Omens with their like industrial top of that, because they do that sort of like, because if you guys know Bad Omens, they do that like, two steppy, synth wavy, cyberpunky type of energy with their tones, with their synths and stuff like that. So that one was very reminiscent of them. I would say, especially on the synth side of things, kind of copying that flavor, that sort of mixed with their, beat down heavy breakdown sort of stuff, which is very different. I wasn't expecting that, and I wasn't expecting a clean chorus in there as well, man. Cody coming in, shining in with his sexy vocal cords, like he always does. But I wasn't expecting that. I felt like this one felt like a little bit too heavy for a clean chorus, in my opinion. But they made it work, as I would say. They made it fit in pretty well. But in my opinion, when I first started listening, I felt like this one just heavy hitting one. In my opinion, if I was writing this one, I wouldn't really do a clean chorus sort of thing, maybe a screaming sort of chorus kind of thing. But it worked. Definitely worked. They kind of, snuck in little, snippets of like, just hard hitting, different style riffs in there. We got the alien playing in there. We got ET showing up yet again. We got, the bandy chords, the bends. I feel like a lot of people don't really do nowadays, but I love me some bendy chords. But very interesting. Brendan doing his vocal chords, his screepy, witchy scream yet again. Very, high on the has high screams. He does very well on the high scream. But this one was just all chaoticness, I would say, mixed with a little bit of, a cyberpunky player in there. But like I said, these guys definitely know how to write some damn good, catchy, all in your face energy type of music. A little bit here and there, snippets of like, influences here and there, especially on this, EP rather. But what a banger. Like at the end there, wasn't expecting, that full-fledged, last 2 second, blast beat, energy at breakdown at the end there. So I was very, and wasn't expecting that. But I believe this is the last one already, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last one off the EP. So we're gonna have to see it. We're gonna end it heavy. We're gonna end it clean. So based off the energy on this one, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. These guys definitely can do whatever they want. It seems like in whatever genre they want, rather. But the way, super excited to check out this last one off the new record. some really good songs. Yeah, been some heavy bangers, man. There's been some definitely some different ones. I haven't really heard from this band before. Like I said, since the last album, I haven't really checked out them since then. So maybe it's more I could I can compare this album to that one a little bit more if I listen to that one a little bit more, so I can maybe compare the two off of that one. But I can only really compare rather. So I might have to go back and check out that the latest album, but this one is very on the line, I would say, with their newer tones, with the newer heavy stuff from that last album, from what I remember. So I can definitely see some similarities compared to that one, but this one just feels a little more in your face, a little more on the beat, some experimental aspects in there. But the last one, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're gonna get and kick it right back into the Amity Affliction album right after this. I'm super excited. And but this is the last one off the Rage War. Let's go, boys. I'm very genty on this one. Oh, boys, I don't want to run. I want to listen to some more bangers. Don't tell me to run now. I want more. Give me more. Circle marching. A little dissonance. Ooh, the rippage. Harmonies. Oh man. Tell me, boys. Oh, boys. We're bringing in the piggies. Oh, boys, no, I wanted more. I wanted more. Beat me down more. Beat me down more, boys. What was that? No, keep it going. Keep it going. I didn't have a chance to break shit yet. Oh, come on. Oh, they should have kept it going. They should have let that one play. That would have been a very good one to, like, play it out, especially for it being, like, the last one on the record. Just let it play out. Just let it fade out. Just let the aggression go. Let the aggression keep going. Let it keep going. Let those boys, break each other in the pits. Let them smash heads. Let them throw fists. Let them cartwheel kick. Let everybody kick each other. Oh, that would have been probably that would have been so good if they kept it going. Um, Either way, definitely was the heavy hitting one. Definitely ended on the heavy one, like I said, which I felt like it probably would have been better if they did that, just because it is such a heavy one. Only got one clean kind of one on this one, so I'm glad that they did have a clean one, just to kind of like add some contrast to heavier tracks on this one. Because I'm glad we got Cody on here. I'm glad Cody came around, like did his clean that he always does and stuff like that, because it's very good with fresh air. Fresh air, he mixed with the growls and stuff. what a banging EP though. What a definitely banging EP, man. We had some different stuff on this one. We had some, newer sounds from these guys that we didn't really hear before. We got some new vocal techniques. We got some new kind of like, riffage style, guitar playing style in there as well. Very very groovy, very very on the down tune spectrum, let me just say, cuz like I said, I don't know where these guys would be without their whammy bar. Let me just say, but it's very groovy, very modern metal, I would say, but it has those little hidden snippets of elements in it, mixed with like the electronic stuff, mixed with like the Bad Omen stuff, the Sleep Token stuff. I feel like they're trying to see what's people are liking, what people are gravitating towards popularity, I would say, and try to put it in songs. Maybe that's why they kind of wanted to test this EP, maybe test it out with the fans, kind of see what their thoughts about it on were. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but they could have just probably made this without knowing any of those bands I mentioned. But either way, very intense, heavy EP. Very intense, heavy EP. I might have to go back and check out their Stigma album. Like I said, I haven't reacted to that one. Reaction that dropped about or so. But either way, man, wasn't expecting these guys to drop out some new music this year. I thought they had like another year ahead of them to create some new stuff, rather. But I'm super excited, man. Definitely super excited because I was kind of forgot about these guys, to be honest. But like I said, they were one of my favorite ones from back in the day to head out to from like when I first came across these guys. But I've been sleeping on them. Not gonna lie, I have been sleeping on them. I'm excited that they're back. Excited they're going heavier. They're going more chunky. They're going more riff heavy. Like I said, that one was very different, especially on the breakdown sort of things. We had like riffage style breakdown. Very different. I wasn't expecting kind of like the I don't know how would you explain it, but it's genty, very genty on this one this time around. Very like Meshuggah esque, I would say, especially with like the hidden kind of underline that kind of noticed on there when they were playing overlaying the rhythm with the breakdown stuff that I could hear like subtle dis background. So it's very reminiscent, like early Meshuggah, mixed with kind of like um that band's. I always forget that band's name, but I've seen I like them so much. I always forget their name. After the Burial, very reminiscent. Those guys, I would say, especially on the guitar playing on these guys. They've been online for a long time too, and it's been a long time since we heard some After the Burial or some new. I know they dropped a single, something like that, like a year or two ago, something like that, but we haven't heard anything. So I don't know, boys. What are those boys cooking up over there? So, another video in itself, but that one very reminiscent, like I would say, and sort of genre I would say. But they definitely love their riffs. They definitely love the two steppy kind of riffs mixed with the breakdown. They do a lot of like breakdown style riffs, playing over the whole two steppy thing. Very very groovy, nonetheless. Very excited that one. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Wage War EP. Call Me by My Name. I don't know if they're a lot of reminiscent, a lot of visuals of alligators or crocodiles, I would say. So I don't know if that's their favorite animal. I don't know if that's. I know they're from Florida. I know they went out to the swamp to film the actual music video for the song. I don't know if they like alligators. I don't know if that's their spirit animal. I have no idea, but we've got a lot of themes focused around alligators on this. So I don't know. Maybe they're cool songs about them. I don't know. Either way, but that has been the Wage War. But I like it though. I definitely like it. I could definitely see myself listening to going back and listening to that one, especially that cleaner one and singing like that. Maybe it's a sing that one. Just one. I could definitely see myself going back to this. Yeah, I fixed it. Thank God I fixed it. Otherwise I would have been probably wouldn't be able to do this, or I've been recording this entire time. You guys wouldn't. Either way, I'm super happy that we got that sorted out. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet. Still got a whole nother album to go through, ladies and gentlemen. I am talking about the Amity Affliction's newest release, House of Cards. They just released this. I think it was yesterday they just dropped it. So I'm not too. I was a little bit behind on the Rage War one, but I'm super excited for this. Getting into. don't want to miss this one out because I know there's been a lot of heavier ones guys are bringing out as well because I love their deep tones. I love the more darker route, the more heaviness route that these guys have been going, especially on the last album. Probably my favorite album from them far, man. They just spun. I know that Aaron's no longer in the band, which is a sad thing, because I loved Aaron. He was such an amazing front man or singer rather to the band, and it is a sad thing to see that we don't have him anymore. So I do miss hearing him, singing in the background with Joel. But they got this new guy in, so he definitely holds up, I would say. And like I said, it is still a little jarring to me hearing a new guy sing in this band, just because I've been a fan of these guys for so long. Just hearing Aaron, singing on catchy chords, catchy. It's gonna be kind of, I have to get used to. It's gonna take me some time to get used to this new singer, but I've been loving their singles so far, man. Especially that I love this one, well, their first one so much. I ended up doing a cover for it just because I loved it so much. I did my latest cover on their the one forgot the name. Can't believe I forgot the name. All that I remember. But I can't believe I forgot the name. It's my favorite track. Favorite track. I can't believe I forgot it. But I love that one so much. It was the first single they released around the fall season last year, I would say, and I'm just having it on ever since. Just because even though Aaron's not the singer, it is so catchy, so hard hitting, has that deep, heavy hitting backbone, catchy clean. Not gonna lie, definitely know how to write some catchy chords. Let me just say, hopefully we get some more of those. With that same amount of energy, catchiness. I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. We have, let's see how many tracks we have in here. I think we have 12 or so tracks. So fully fledged album, Let's get it. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Joel and the boys have been busy. Let me just say, because these guys write a lot. I would say, especially because they just released that album not too long ago. So especially, and they did an EP one before that. So these guys write a lot. I don't know how much time these guys have on their hands. I know they're touring now with this, so they're probably gonna sing a lot of these songs off their tour now. But I have no idea how they have all this time, right? Fully fledged new album, but I'm gonna get it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the start, first track off the new Amity Affliction, House of Cards. How do you say that? Vida Nueva, Vida Nueva. I don't know what. I could be saying that completely wrong. I apologize. I don't know what language that is, but I'm pretty sure this is just an intro though. It's only like a minute, so like a song, so it might be out. But Vida Nueva. Guessing this is like their intro song. Like their walkout music. Very cinematic. Very cinematic. Like we're going to space. Like we're in Interstellar or something. Very different. See, these guys don't do no intros like this. Oh, let's go, boys. Go, boys. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Like I said, it's very different. They don't really do intros like that. It's very cinematic. It's very, like, spacey. in a way. I would say it's feel like we're gonna watch like some sci-fi movie, something like that. So it's very different from them, kind of reminiscent of like old school metalcore bands when they used to do these like high intense cinematic intros. Like kind of reminiscent like asking Alexandria's first intro. You guys are old school, very dramatic, very intense, heavy. So I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm guessing this leads into the song that they play onto the technically the second track off their album here. Kickboxer. Let's get it.
All I wanted was a kiss. Just one.
Already chopping it up. Ooh. Can't forget the bands. Let's go, Joel. Can't forget the blast beaties. Oh, dropout prelude chorus. Let's go, Joel. Hit me. Oh man, doesn't stop. Oh man, they're not playing around. They're letting you know they're back. Oh, tell me, Joel. Oh, the greens. Yes. Yes, boys. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. Give me that aggression. Give me that aggression. Give me that intensity. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Amity is back. They're back. They're not playing. They are not playing. Oh, what a slapper. What a slapper. Very choppy. Very intensity in your face, man. Like I said, didn't get no cleans on this one. I'm okay about it. I like Joel's cleans. I mean, not Joel's cleans. I like Joel's screams. I like his guttural screams that he does, doing a lot of layering. I've noticed so far on this album. So that's especially layering the high scream, the lower makes it sound cool. Screaming at you personal. Seems like I like that, man. I like that, man. Just makes you get up. It definitely wakes you up. Say, but nothing too technical on the guitar sort of things. Very, choppy. It's very, rhythmic, heavy, very, heavy as well. But my bass man though, my drum guy with the double bass, the nonstop double bass, the nonstop blast beats. This guy's talent is off the charts. They probably have one of the best drum mans in the metalcore. Have so many blast beats, so many. My guy's just nonstop blast beating minutes, like. But I can go on a whole rant about that, guys. I don't know how long. I know he's been in the band since they replaced their old drummer. I would say, like Ocean Take Days. I would say, oh, this could be Heartbreak Days. I would say, I don't know where they got this guy, but I'm super glad he's been in the band. Been definitely a highlight for the band. Let me just say, but very intense, heavy track. Wasn't expecting those sort of like drop out, sort of like pre vocals. I don't know if that was the chorus he was drop out vocals for, or maybe the chorus was like the more aggressive start. The started off with the chorus. I feel like in the beginning there, maybe that was the chorus. So I don't know, but very intense, heavy, very aggressive, heavy. I like that, man. Joel always know behind the scene. Still kind of upset that not in the band, but I'm kind of have to get over that. But so far, but they definitely released a lot of singles. I would say probably released like maybe 4 or 5 singles. So a lot of these ones I've had heard on this album. So but we're still gonna react to them. We're still gonna go through them, like I said. But a lot of these ones I've have heard before. So it is a lengthy album. So I wonder maybe that's why they did a lot of singles the album just to promote this album, this era of Amity Affliction. It seems like there's like I said, it's just from that intro leading into this track. They are not playing around. They are just being full force, heavy, in your face intensity. I gonna keep going here, but second track. I believe this is a new one. Yeah, this is the title track. Ooh, this is the title track. This is the title track. Like I said, the title track better be good. Because I've said this many times before, if your title track of the album not like probably one of the better tracks of the album, or if not the best track of the album, then we're gonna be like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why do we name the track after a track that sucks, man? That's just me. No, I could not suck to them, but to a listener, I would say, we all have different tastes. We all have different, opinions when it comes to what makes a track, good or bad, rather. But like I said, if it just has that intensity, that aggression that sets the tone for the record, I would say it is probably one of the better tracks. If you want like this album to be focused on, it's like similar to this album here, Joel's like album around his mother. I would say his bit with his mother because he definitely songs, so it's very reminiscent of his with his mom, and he said it like in like hardest time for him, kind of like relieved in a way, but also time just of that torment, of that trauma that he grew up with. That could be whatever make of that, but I'm sure he doesn't. What caused that? But if you name an album focused around that intensity, that aggression, that sadness towards somebody, name that title track something good. Name it after a track that's good. Name it after a track that's heavy. That's like the heaviest one on the record, I would say, to match the theme, just to match the tone of the album or trying to produce. That makes sense. But either way, this one could be you go either way. Like I said, if it is a clean one, if it is a soft one, rather. But I'm just super excited. How many songs are in the album? We got 12. We got 12 tracks in this album. So it is a fully fledged one. It is one of the lengthy ones, I would say, from these guys, but they normally do 12 or so songs on each album. So it's kind of like they're normal for them as well, I would say. So they never really go like, under 10, I would say, in some of their albums. So Joel definitely likes to write a lot, let me just say. But either way, I'm super excited of the title track of this new Amity Affliction record. Let's get it. This is the title track off the House Card. Hold up, I gotta be a little. I don't know why it does this. Kind of annoying. Happens like every video. Wait, no, I've heard this one. Okay. No, I know this one. I know this one. Never mind. It doesn't suck. It's just kind of like they do have cleans on this one. It is heavy, I would say, in a way, but I felt like they could have done it heavier. They could have done it more intense heavy. They could have aggressive heavy, but no, it is one of those ones that it's like more alternative, I would say. I have heard this one. I got the name. This one does definitely tell his story, though.
Sister, I never saw you get your flowers. Living out in the cold and you were hanging by your thread.
It does make you wonder, though, like what happened to Joel. Why he has so much hatred.
We can always see into the stars, but we can't see the hurt inside our hearts. Everything that glitters isn't gold. I'm sick of always sleeping in the freezing cold. Brother, your heart was torn out by your mother.
Does Joel have a sister? Other siblings? I wonder. I wonder if they felt the same, trauma if he does. Go, Joel. Tell me your pain. Oh, get that riffage up. Go, boys.
You gotta try and love yourself.
Riff it up. That chanty bits.
We can always see into the stars, but we can't see the
Yeah, I felt like they could have chanted out just a little bit longer.
everything that glitters isn't.
Just to get the crowd amped up.
I'm sick of always sleeping in.
Get that riffage in. Set it up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those fists. Hey, so yeah, I have heard that one when it dropped, so I kind of forgot it. That was the one. It's kind of hard because they don't thumbnail saying that one, but I have heard that one. Like I said, I don't remember really what I said at the time, but it's one of those ones that's I felt like they could have added more to it. Like I said, so it is, it's heavy. It's more on the riff down heavy section thing. Hold on, YouTube. You load up when I'm talking, but you don't load up when I want to listen. So hold up a minute. But guys, like I said, I have heard that one before, but since it is the title track, I felt like they could have went there with it. I would say it's very more on the alternative side of things, very more on the hard rocky side of things. But this one, it definitely tells his story about Joel, man. Like I said, I don't know what happened to the guy. I'm pretty sure what happened to him in his childhood state, maybe the band member. But us fans, we have no idea what happened. It could have been, abuse. It could have been, a bunch of other things, that his mom just putting all this, pressure on him when he was such at a young age. Maybe she was yelling at him because he was watching TV on the video. I have no idea. But either way, it could definitely be a hard, and terrible thing. But for the title, just on the title track alone, I feel like it's it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it's not as heavy as one's very alternative heavy. Said very more poppy side. They normally But this one definitely showcases a new singer's vocals, pretty well. Definitely doing like the chorus, the verses, both other clean coming in, doing this sort of thing as well. Just doing like chanting out his like one song there, but very riff heavy. Not really so much on the breakdown sort of things, more like a rock down kind of riff down sort of vibe to it in there. Like I said, so this one I could definitely say it's okay. It's not my favorite one so far, but I already told you guys what my favorite one is, so we'll probably get to that one in a little bit. But so far so good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna keep it going here. But I did. This is the next one that is the most latest one. I feel like I did a reaction to. This one I had mixed feelings about. I definitely okay, kind of reminiscent of like Death's Hand in a way from back in the day, but I'm just on the visuals alone. I would say kind of remind me of that music video from the Let the Ocean Take Me album. But one, you know, I could just wish they did a little bit different on the vocal structure on things, structure of the song rather, because I feel like they could have like replaced certain parts. Like chorus can go like the breakdown start of the thing, or it's just when they're building it up to the chorus, it sounds like they're gonna hit heavy. It sounds like they're gonna hit hard, but no, it just goes right into the chorus sort of thing. So it kind of like brought me down a little bit. And then for the chorus, the vocals as well, like especially the lyrics sort of things, they probably could have vocals because kind of like repeat the name of the song a little bit too much for my liking. But it is what it is. I know it's hard writing lyrics. I know it's hard writing catchy stuff. So believe me, maybe they just couldn't give something. Maybe they just couldn't come up with a way to write the song. Maybe that's just what they wanted to do. I don't know, but they're doing a lot of like the chanting, a lot of sort of album at least. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna keep it going here. This is the third one. No, the fourth one technically off the new record. Not gonna lie, I do love the riff though. Very groovy. It sounds like they're going into something heavy. See, it's a good catchy chorus, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more. Just want to know what Aaron's vocals would have sounded like on this one, though. Oh, back in that riff. The boys. And we're back in. I don't know, it may grow on me. From the first time, it's just a little bit too repetitive. Like I said, man, definitely reminds me of Death's Hand from back in the day. Definitely love those piano melodies. Go, Joel. Hit me. Hit me with those chippies. So simple, but so good.
I hear you say you're
Steffi does a good job on the chorus, though. Not gonna lie. Look how clear his vocals are. Damn, see, what a banger. It is a banger, but I don't know. I just feel like they could have changed the chorus, a little bit, in my opinion. But, it's still good, though. Still good, nonetheless, not gonna lie. But, like I said, I don't know. It just feels like something's missing, in my opinion. That's just me. That's just me. A lot of people could say they like the track. They could say, one of their favorite ones, which I'm not gonna argue, man. It is a good, catchy song. Very reminiscent of the old school days, like I said. But, other than the chorus part, I can get behind this one. Definitely get behind this one. But, the clean guy, like, I would have loved to hear Aaron on these vocals, man. I would love to hear him how high he can get, but I know, like, over the years, since leading up to him leading the band, he couldn't get as high could normally do from back in the day. So, probably would have struggled to get up that high, I would say. But with this new guy coming in, it's very clear. His vocals are very clear. It's very crisp, clarity in his voice. He can get high up in those higher registers, which is probably what Joel wanted. So maybe that's kind of why Aaron they kind of kicked him out, just because normally do amongst other. Like I said, Aaron's always gonna be one of my boys from the old school days. One of my favorite singers too, I would say. But like I said, he can't get high though. He can't get high. Like I said, he is talented nonetheless. I don't know if he's sung it in previous bands. I don't know where they got this guy from. Like, I couldn't really, look anything up on this guy. So if you guys know where he came from, let me know down in the comments. I have to see what band. But like I said, he can't get high on the higher registers. Very clean voice to him. Very catchy voice to him. Very catchy chorus. Like I said, in a way, just a mix with that, that little, that the repetitiveness. You say, I love that riff. I love that jumpy, catchy riff that they had in the playing there. The guys always do some amazing riff. Always do some amazing breakdowns. Very triplet heavy. Very triplet catchiness. Simple is best. Like I said before, sometimes simple triplet breakdown mixed with the chops in there. Like I said, man, definitely heard that one before as well. So if you want to see my first impression on that one, be sure to go find my video on YouTube and check that out. And this another one that I checked out later from these guys as well. They're getting the singles out of the way. They're getting all the singles out of the way, which is kind of a good thing because, we're just kind of getting rid of all the ones that I've heard already and then just going into all the new tracks. So I've heard Bleed before. And this one I kind of had, my thoughts and opinions on this one as well, just because they added, snippets of like, not AI voice, but like, kind of like a Siri kind of tone voice to him before they hit into the chorus kind of thing. So I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they had Siri come in here on the feature with this one, but they like to do weird things, like weird kind of like instrumental things, weird poppy sort of mixed in with some of their songs. So I don't know why they did that. Maybe just thought it was cool. Maybe just thought it was. But this track is it's heavy, but it's like I don't know. The video's kind of weird too, way. But either way, like I said, it's probably one of the heaviest hitting breakdown ones so far, I would say. So be sure to be strapped in when that part comes, because you're definitely gonna know what I'm talking about. Because let me just say, Joel has been taking some vocal lessons from Will Ramos himself. So let me just say, but so this one definitely surprised me on that sort of aspect. So I wasn't expecting them borderline deathcore territory, I would say. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard this one, definitely gonna be in for a ride. Hold up. We got a collab offer here. We got a collab offer. Collab? You mean collab? You want like a music collab? Vocal collab? Or video collab kind of thing? Let me know. I might be intrigued. I might be interested. You might have piqued my curiosity. Okay, so let me know what kind of stuff you're talking about. Talk about it. But I'd be interested. Guys, be sure baby to stay tuned for tomorrow because I might have a surprise drop coming your way tomorrow and next couple of on my YouTube. I would say so. We're finally getting into some original, ladies and gentlemen. So come back tomorrow. Miss it, you just say. But we're gonna keep it going here with the Amity Affliction. This is the next one off the new record. Going to that Blade Runner energy with those synths. Go, Joel. Speak to me. Yeah, I don't know why they did this. That's like the only criticism I have. Oh, this kind of pulls me out of it. Go, Joel, tell me. So punchy. In your face. Go, Siri. Get your metal debut. Tell him, Joel. Your guitar man doing those screams? I know he does it on the live shows too, but kind of different seeing him do it in the video. Go, boys. Let's go, chat. Are you ready? Better be strapped in. Better do it now. You're gonna get smacked. You're gonna get dragged down, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna enter the pits.
I bleed the way I bleed.
What did I say? So you never know what to expect from these guys. Oh, so doomy. Yeah, I wish they kind of went a little bit harder on the breakdown. Maybe they could have like add a two-parter to that just to make it go a little bit longer. But for borderline deathcore, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say, Joel's practicing his vocals. Joel's listening to some doomy vibes. He's found the Lorna Shore technique. He listened to them one time and he's like, I want to do that. I want to do that. Let me okay. But all props to him. All props to their heavy energy. I like that, man. Can't. I wonder if it is reminiscent of them or it's just I could just. Oh, I would hear them too. Like I said, he probably heard Into the Hellfire once, and he was all like, I want to do that." But like I said, it's a heavy song. It's an intense, heavy song. I like the groovy riffs. I love the jumpy riffs that they're doing. I like the way they write their riffs. I would say it's very different. I would say compared to other bands in a way. But like I said, Joel's doing his thing, yelling his heart out, screaming his heart out, getting that aggression out that he's probably had so long, especially writing this album. I would say, but I still don't get why they added the Siri feature. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they're just trying something new or they thought it was something new. Just thought it was funny. I have no idea, but I feel like that part just kind of brings me a little bit. They could have background scream that part, three screams, but probably would have flowed a lot better in the track, I would say. But either way, such a heavy hitting banger. Like I said, that breakdown just so hard, it's so heavy. Enters the deathcore space, drags you down to the pits, then lifts you right back up again into that next chorus there. But either way, so it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if all these tracks I haven't heard, are we gonna get some deathcore style breakdown? Are we gonna get some more, Lona Shore energy, some more Lona Shore techniques, some more Lona Shore vibe? I don't know. It gets me excited a little bit. I do like the heaviness. I do like how heavy these guys can get. They are trying something new, I would say. They didn't really done anything like that before, so it does get me excited. Get me excited, ladies and gentlemen. But I believe this is the first new one, I would say, or the second first new one. First one we reacted to. But so far, wait, hold up. All That I Remember not on here? That not on this one? Is that just a single? Huh. That's interesting. I thought they would put that on here. So technically they have 13 newly released tracks. So that is kind of funny. I don't see it on the list here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that we all got full new tracks from here on out. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited now. I thought they were going to put that one on here just because, it is their first one that they released, but I guess not. It's not, ladies and gentlemen. So this all new ones from here on out. Let's get it. Break the Chains off the new Amity Affliction record. Parts.
We'll find the time, not tonight. Close your eyes, say goodbye. I'm sifting through parts of you, shattered by all your lies. I cannot stay.
Is that Cody?
I'm so tired of all
Is that Cody from Rage War? Kinda sounds like him.
I'll break these chains. I'll break them. I'll break these chains. I'll break them. I'll break them. I'll break these chains. I'll break them. I'll break these chains. I'll break them. I'll break them. I'll break these chains. I know it's easy to
A little dropout scream action. Let's go, Joel. Get those gutturals.
We'll find the time, not tonight. Close your eyes, say goodbye. I'm sifting through parts of you.
I can't hear Cody. I can't hear but Cody. Have similar vocal styles.
I'll break these chains. I'll break them. I'll break these chains. I'll break them. I'll break them.
Break control. Break free. catchy.
I'll break these chains.
Can't skip on the breakdown though. Hit me, Joel. Let's get it. Rip it up. Yes.
You'll find the time, not tonight. Close your eyes, say goodbye. I'm sifting through parts of you, shattered by all your lies. Cannot stay, run away. I'm so tired of all the shame. I gotta grow, let it go, feel the pain. I'll break these chains.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna play it out here a little bit again with that riff there. Okay, like I said, it's a catchy one. A catchy one. Like I said, the riff kind of sounds similar to the last one, or similar to the Heaven Sent one. It kind of sounds a little bit similar, but like I said, still groovy, still catchy. Wasn't expecting, you know, a lower kind of clean register on this one, but all I could hear was Cody. All I could hear was Cody from Rage War. So they definitely have that similar tone to them. They have that similar range to them, I would say, in their vocals. But like, I don't know. It sounded like when I first heard him, I was like, wait a minute, is that Cody? Cody featuring on this one? I don't know. But like I said, very catchy chorus. Like I said, Joel doing what he normally does best with those gutturals, those screams, those like the deepness of his vocals, and like it felt like it was a lot more prominent in this one, I would say. But wasn't expecting a breakdown, to be honest. I thought we were just gonna go for like a clean, or like, you know, like an interlude kind of thing, or like a, you know, an atmospheric sort of vibe with this one. But they, you know, you can't skip on the breakdown with these guys. You guys sure love writing their breakdowns, but I'm all for it, man. I'm not complaining. Breakdowns are some of my favorite parts and tracks, let me just say. But like I said, I just wasn't expecting that to be on this sort of heavy. It is heavy, it is catchy, it is good. Well, so let's get it. We're gonna keep it going here. We still got many to go through off this new record. So far, so good. So far, so good. I would say compared to the last one so far, I definitely still like that one a little bit better. But who knows? I can completely change my mind after going through the next ones off this track here, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna keep it going here. This is the next track off the new Amity Affliction record, Beso de la Muerte. I believe that's Spanish. I'm not Spanish myself, so I could be saying that completely wrong. But I don't know if Joel's Spanish, or I don't know what this means. So if you guys that are Spanish down in the comments, be sure to let me know what that means. So let me know this. Hey, moody though. Where we going? Sort of like a break piece during the live shows. Very atmospheric. Again with the cinematics. Love their pans. You can hear it. Both ears. Little piano melody? Emotional piece? I love me some pianos. Echo squeeze. Where are we going? Going to war, Joel? Where are we marching to? Feeling amplified. Getting inspired. Okay, it's like another intro. Okay, where are we going though? Where are we going? Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Swan dive, next one. Swan dive, next one. Where are we leading to? I'm interested. I'm hyped. Oh, okay, I was not expecting that. Get those chants in.
There is a limit to your love. Now I know it's never enough. I said I would give you the world. I found the truth in a wishing well. Please don't tell me.
Got voice.
I don't wanna fucking hear it.
Build it up.
Don't tell me that love will save me from hell. 'Cause I found the truth in the wishing well. I found a part of us.
Get those chants out, ladies and gentlemen. Chant it up.
I found a part of us. There is a limit. Now I know. I have to try to.
It's this one's okay.
let go. I learned
Just feel like it's like one of those, you know, baseline tracks.
stranger in a stranger's home. Don't tell me that love will save me from hell. 'Cause I found the truth in the wishing well.
Ooh, it's a classic post-hardcore break. Get those chords ring out, boys. Okay. Little subtleness of old school vibe there. Oh, I like the harmonies though. Get your last chance out, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, like I said, not my favorite one off the track, but I can definitely see this one just being like a filler track off the album, just to fill the, you know, the album. But some people might maybe really like it. Some people might be the favorite one, but I just think it's okay. I just think it's an alright song. Very catchy chorus. Then again, like I said, very post-hardcore vibe when that breakdown came around. I like that sort of play style. I don't know what you call it, but when you let the da 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 da, I don't know what that is. I don't know who came up with that. Like very old school, Bring Me the Horizon esque sort of play style. When a lot of people started copying back in the day, I like that, man. I like that. It's simple, very aggressive hitting, but it's very old school sounding, which I like. But chorus side of thing, I like the harmonies. The harmonies, I like the harmonies. Mixed with the mid range with the higher, sort of background harmonies on there. Very reminiscent of Aaron. He used to do those from back in the day on previous albums. All I can see when he does do those sort of vocals, like, and all I can think about is Aaron. All I can think, but it very makes me wonder what he would sound like on some of these tracks. But but this song it's okay though. Very okay, very subtle breakdown, not intense heavy, not very, very, subtle track, in my opinion. Very mid track, not my favorite one off the track, but you're not gonna like every single track on the album. You're not gonna like every single song, so there's always gonna be like those one or two ones that aren't really your favorite ones. Either way, man, solid. The next one off the Amity Affliction record. But hold up, before we continue, I want to talk about that, that prelude though, that intro, sort of like build up track, because that was kind of a weird, choice to put that. I felt like that would have been better at the beginning. I would say maybe towards the beginning of the track, towards that build up, that amplified that or that they could have amplified it into a different one that we may not have heard yet before. But that was just very weird, in my opinion, to me, because it's very inspiring, it's very cinematic, very chanting, like you're marching off to war or something, marching off to conquer something, and then it just kind of went into like this pop punky sort of like post hardcore vibe. And so it didn't really fit well to me personally, in my opinion. It kind of felt like we were like gonna enter into something bigger, something more intense, heavy, more cinematic, heavy, and then we just kind of went into the flat sounding song in that. So I don't know. That is kind of a weird placement for me, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Maybe it would have been better after this one. The next one off the new record. You can already kind of see, it would have been fitting better with the synths. Yeah, I think it would have been better. Yeah, with those choppies. Ooh! Almost those quad triplets in there. Different sounding kind of chorus. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love those quad trippies. Gallops. Very different chorus though. I don't really know if it flows well in my opinion, but wheels are dirty. Hello, Joel.
All my life I've been grieving, and you know it's true. Yeah, you know it's true.
It's a very weird kind of flow for the chorus, though.
That is the reason that I never rap for you. All my life I've been grieving, and you know it's true. Yeah, you know it's true. It's true.
Like that high note, though. Beat down energy. Yes, man. See, I like that aggression, but I don't know. Something with the choruses, man. It's very weird to me. It's very weird to me. Like, they don't really flow kind of like, fluidly, in my opinion, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. It just feels like there's like this one rhythm, the verse, and you have this one rhythm, playing like chorus and stuff. They sound different, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. They don't really match, or they don't really connect well to be honest with you. But, because that one was very like, it's a very different drum pattern, I would say, as well. Trying to sing and like catch along and try to sing along with that too as well. I don't know. It sounds like a little bit all over the place for me, in my opinion. But I mean, I don't hate the guy though. I know the guy has an amazing voice. Like, his vocals are like insane. Like, especially on those higher registers. But I don't. It just feels like the whole flow seems to be off in some of these songs, I would say. But I like those chubbiness, those chugs chords in there. I like the chops in there. Those gallop triplets in there that they have in there as well. Very post-hardcore in a way as well with those, stuff. I feel like no one really does those too much nowadays as well. But they love the chops in this album. Let me say, a lot of choppiness, a lot of breakdowns, a lot of those triplet style, riffs and verses and stuff like that. Kind of thing. Very, very kind of like samey, all in one way, in my opinion. But overall, it still hits hard, still hits catchy, some catchy chords as well. But still got a couple. Go. I'll give my full overview of this whole album at the end. Either way, we are going to keep it going here. We are, I think this is track number 10, so we only got 3 more tracks left, ladies and gentlemen, off this new album. Let's give it going. This is Amity Affliction's Afterlife. I don't think this is going to be a reminiscent of, Avenged Sevenfold's Afterlife, if you know what I'm saying. So, be a whole different vibe. Get those taps in! Let's get it! We'll drop out again. Ooh. Oh, let's go, boys. I'm in this one. I'm in it. Let's get it. Love the jumpiness. go, boys. I'm in. Double bass. You all can hear is Cody. It just sounds so similar.
You said it's better
Oh,
up there in
let's go, Joel.
but I
Speak to me.
won't ever scream into the sky. It's never been
Where we going?
what I believe.
Give me those spooky vibes. Check it out! Kill him! Oh yes! Oh yes, I like that one. I like that one. That's what I want. That's what I want, boys. You guys can still do it. You guys can still do it. You can still hit it with the catchy choruses, the fast-paced riffages, the double bass, the hard-hitting breakdowns. You guys could do it. You guys could do it. That one flowed nice. That one definitely flowed well, man. I like that. I definitely like that. I don't know. It feels like it's like a flow issue for me in this album. Like I feel like the transition don't really match well with the verse to the breakdown, I would say. But this one flowed nice. Had a good transition between each part, and I like that one, man. I like that one. Plus the little nitty gritty, dirty bits at the end, slowing it down, adding that beat down vibe, adding into more of the doomy section. I like that. I like that, man. Very catchy choruses yet again, but all I can hear is Cody. All I can hear is Cody, man. Sounds so similar with the vocal ranges, the vocal tones, man. I feel like he's a feature on this whole album, man. It's insane to me. All I can hear is Cody, especially since we just listened to the Wage War record. I don't know. It's just me. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear that sort of, his sort of vocal tone. I like that one. I like one. That might be my favorite one so far on the record. Yeah, man. I said collab. I asked like, what kind of collab? Music collab, vocal collab, reaction collab. What do you mean? What you talking about, man? Let me know. We maybe discuss that. I'm always down for some collaborations. I'm always down for some fan interaction. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It's always good. Let me know what you think. What your plans are. We can maybe work something out. But we're going to keep it going here. This is the second to last one off the new Amity Affliction record. So far, the last one was my favorite one. So maybe this one might become my new favorite one. Who knows? To wait and see. But this is the next one. Reap what you sow. Oh. What, electronic on this one? That one weird track, man. You always gotta have it. Never come on! Oh! Oh, you boys tricked me! You dirty boys! Oh, tune it up! Oh, keep it spinning! Oh, keep it going! Ooh! The two-step chorus? Oh yeah, I like that. I like this more though. Back in. Oh, the pits are gonna go insane on this one. Very different in the tone switch instant, but to be honest, I think it works. But I like that two-step chorus though. I don't think I've heard that.
You said wait, and everything. We had the
Go.
world, and what we did
What more surprises do we have?
was things. That's what
We already doomed it up.
so nothing's what we get.
Chug it up.
Rape what you serve. Rape what you serve. Rape what you serve. Rape what you serve. What you serve.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like that one too. I like that too. Why are all the good ones at the end? Why are all the good ones at the end of the track? I mean, that just proves my point that you can't that there might be some hidden ones at the end that you might not know about if you don't listen to the whole thing. But why are they all at the end though? Why are they all at the end? But we got some bangers. We got some bangers, man. Oh well, I hope this last one's a banger. Hope this last one's a banger too, because they tricked me. They tricked me. I thought we were gonna go to some weird EDM electronic core vibe towards the beginning of the track there, but then they were just like, you know, screw that. We're going full on doomy mode in this one. So be strap in with those blast beats coming your way, with those pits spinning. They just completely threw me off my head. I was not expecting that. Very interesting why they kind of, you know, the like electronic vibe and then tricked you into those doom chords, man. I don't know. Either way, I love it. Definitely tricked my ass, so I'm not complaining. But this one flowed very well though. I like the chorus in this one. I don't think I've heard steppy sort of chorus in this one before, or from these guys, or at all rather. So that one is very different though. It's very interesting. So it brought me in. It reeled me in a little bit. So I like that. It kind of flowed very nicely, weirdly in a way, in my opinion. Maybe just because I'd never heard that sort of style before, especially the side of things. That I liked it. I gravitated towards it more. But I felt like it flowed well. It felt like it connected. You know, the easy choruses, like or the upbeat kind of choruses, the tone deepness of the tones and the breakdown sort of things. But I don't know. I like that. I feel like it was a good contrast between But I can't let Joel skip on his breakdowns, man. He loves his breakdowns. They love to have to end it on a breakdown. They have to keep it going. They have to make it heavier. So I love those triplet style breakdowns, those gallopy style breakdowns. They've been doing fun. This whole album's been very choppy. It's been very moody, but also very choppy, very aggressive, very punchy. I would say kind of punky in a way, just more metal version. Guys, hold on. I know you're eager to show me the last track, but hold on. Give me a minute. I'm still explaining the last one. Give me a minute. Oh my God, Joel, relax. But like I said, I definitely like that one. Nonetheless, so those two last ones I pretty much liked. Are my favorite. Besides all that on here, surprising to me. But either way, like I said, we're gonna end it on the heavy one. I think we are because of how it just introed just now. But we're probably gonna end it on another heavy hitting, blast beaty, energy intense, gravity defying performance from Joel here. Gonna have to wait and see. Bringing in those doomy vibes for the last track, boys. Let's get it. This is the last track off the new Amity Affliction record, Eternal War. Let's get it. Let's go to war, ladies and gentlemen. Chopping it up again.
There is no God. Satan killed him.
What was that? Was that Morgan Freeman? What was that feature? Oh, it just doesn't stop. Ooh. Let's go, boys. I'm in. Woo-hoo! Get those deathcore screams. That Joel? Oh my God, who is that? Pick it up! Oh man! It just keeps going! Oh boys! Where are we going? Feels like we are going to war! Oh, what a way to end an album.
No peace, just pain.
Let's go, Joel! Give me that energy!
Just pain.
Set the tone for the record! Oh, the beaties! Definitely taking the Lona Shore book. Oh man, the beats are still going. Oh man, how does he keep up with that? Oh, especially on the live show, man. Oh my God. Your calves would be on fire. Oh, they'd melt off at that point. Oh man, what a slap. What a slapper! What a way to end an album! What a way to end an album! Because, like I said, I have my thoughts, I have my opinions on this one, but either way, what a banger! What a banger on an album. We had everything, man. We had like everything from like you know, we had everything from like pop punky stuff. In a way, we had like old school metalcore stuff. In a way, we had more modern stuff, like beat down stuff, deathcore stuff, gloomy stuff. We had everything in this track. But one just felt like it is a mix for me. To be honest, don't get me wrong. Like there's some songs I like on this one. There's some songs I don't. Which is you're gonna have that with every band. You're gonna have that with every song, rather. But the way they ended it here, though, it just you feel the power, feel the emotion, feel the whole vibe album. I feel like it seems like because this whole album, Joel mentioned that he dedicated this whole album based around his mother, based with his mother, and you feel that with every song, with that passion had towards her. I feel like so. I don't know what he's saying, but in some of these tracks, but you could definitely feel that emotion. You could definitely feel that anger that he's been had probably for so stuff like that. Especially this edited out. He just brought in he entered the deathcore space yet again. They transitioned from a metalcore band into a deathcore band. Went full force, full on beat down, full on blast beats, full on double bass, full on Lorna Shore style. So I definitely could see them doing more songs like this in the future, which I kind of hope they do, because they do a lot of good cool stuff when they post every song, playing with other instruments and stuff like that. I can definitely see them experimenting more with this sound, but there's all those songs that but other songs on this album that I kind of didn't like though. They tried stuff that I didn't really like in my opinion, or feel like why they did that. Like this, I have no idea why they did that. But either way, there is some heavy hitting songs. I feel like there's a lot of repetitive stuff on this album. Well, choppiness, guitars and stuff like that with the same kind of like choppy chord progression. They're like I felt like they used that a lot. I felt like in some songs and in some of the breakdowns, so it kind of felt samey, in my opinion. But and then some of the jumpy riffs that they were playing kind of sounded samey in songs. So there is a lot of similarities. I would say compare some of the songs. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I don't know if simple just to be simple. I don't know if like the choppiness progression of the guitars and stuff like that. So I don't know from a listener standpoint. You definitely hear that it does sound samey, but I don't know if they caught up on that. I don't know. Me personally, a lot of the songs sound the same, in my opinion, in this album. But there were some songs I like though. Like we said on the last couple ones we reacted to, a lot of ones are my favorite ones. Definitely surprise hitters on this new album. You know that, but I don't know. Overall on the album record, I don't know if it's my favorite one. It definitely is. I would definitely put this one below a couple few albums. Definitely the last one is probably still my favorite from these guys. Death. What was the one for those? Whatever. I forgot the last name of the album, but that one is probably one of my favorite ones from them so far. But this just goes to show that they're entering this new age, this new era, this new wave of Amity, especially with the new guitarist, bassist coming in, doing his vocals, sharing his vocal style, his range with the group. I feel like is better compared to Aaron's, at least from the past albums, because like I said, Aaron probably couldn't do it anymore. But he definitely has that high register. Definitely get up on those higher notes, stuff like that. But either way, I'm still intrigued to see what more stuff these guys have next in store future, because it's only a new way. It's only up from here. Just saga and but like I said, I would still favor Aaron to be in the band, but unfortunately, that is probably never gonna happen again. But like I said, very new, fresh take on the band, especially on the vocal side of things. I still have to get him singing in this band from now on. But all I can hear is Cody. All I can hear is Cody from Wage War singing these tracks, because their vocal style just sounds so similar. Their voices so similar compared to the two. All I can think about is Amity, you know, Cody went to Amity Affliction now, no longer in Wage War. So that's all I can hear from these guys. But I'm not complaining on that. But I felt like on some of these tracks, the flow didn't really go well to me. Again, no props, no hate on the new singer or anything. I just felt like some of the parts didn't flow really good in my opinion, or the melody really good in my opinion, especially positioning verse, chorus. That would be like a structural issues, at least for me personally. But either way, like this band, no matter what, and I'm just super excited to check out some more new stuff from these guys whenever they drop some more new stuff, ladies and gentlemen, as well as all these other bands that are coming out with new music fairly soon. So be sure to stay tuned for that as well. Next month, we're going to be checking out Black Veil Bride's newest released album coming out. I'm definitely super that because I haven't really checked those guys out in probably near like a decade. so so it's been a long time since I've actually went out my way out to listen to Black Veil Brides as like a whole album cycle rather. Because don't get me wrong, I like them from back in the day. I checked out their their older albums. I wasn't too big of a fan on them, but um Wretched and Divine was probably like the most listened one I've listened to from them. I know they changed that dramatically then. Ever since they came out with that single Bleeders, man, I was hooked. I was pulled. And I was just super happy to check out this new heavier tone era that these guys are going into now. So I'm super excited, man. Be sure to go check those videos out too as well over on my channel for all the singles that they previously released as well. Be sure to check out the live stream when that drops next month or so. Fairly soon, probably like only a couple weeks. I don't know, but fairly soon. So be sure to go check that out and stay tuned for that as well. And also stay tuned tomorrow over on my YouTube channel for a special release on my channel. Be sure to check that out because it's going to be my very first as well when that drops tomorrow. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, overall, very solid. Both albums, the Wage War one as well as the Amity Affliction one. Both bands are stepping into this new age, this new era. I feel like when it comes to the style, this new vocal style, this guitar play style, this overall sound change. I feel like both bands are doing. I feel like it's like a good shift. I feel like a lot of bands are doing that as of late, as I've noticed, especially like I said with Black Veil Brides, similar to like other bands that are doing the same kind of vocal, like brand refresh. I feel like so. I don't know. It's cool to see all these bands are sort of refreshing their image down. I feel like I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing that bands are rebranding, they're changing their sound, their image. So it just makes like it keeps things fresh from being like the same sounding band for like decades and so it's a good thing I would say. Modern tones, the whole overall modern sound, heaviness. Like a lot of bands are doing now. So I like it, man. I like it, man. Heavier is better, in my opinion, and simple is best, in my opinion. Let me just say, because I always love me some heavy hitting bangers, some heavy hitting bang breakdowns. Just super excited to check out all these new bands, new releases. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end it here. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to stay tuned tomorrow for my release over on channel, and stay tuned for the Black Veil Bride's new album. And that releases, gentlemen. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as over because you definitely do not want to miss these new releases when they drop. And if you want to hang out, listen to some jam out to some new music together. I like me sharing my thoughts and opinions with you guys and listening to music with other folks like to just out of headbangery. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys